delighted to recognize Russ and Carol Atha as the 2019 Philanthropists of the Year. Russ and Carol, I'm going to allow you to sit in your seats while I talk about you. The reason for that will become obvious, but I will invite you in just a minute. When Russ and Carol moved to the Yampa Valley in the early 1970s, they became involved with several nonprofit organizations as a way to meet and know the community, much as many of us have. Get involved, they did. Their support is woven through all parts of our community, from the Yampa Valley Land Trust to Perry Mansfield, from Community Agriculture Alliance to Literary Sojourn, and from Integrated Community to Yampa-Tika. So many organizations in the Yampa Valley have been touched by their generosity. Carol has said, please don't try to list them. We don't want to leave anyone out. Their support extends well beyond financial commitments, as you'll often see Russ and Carol rolling up their sleeves to volunteer with events and serve on numerous nonprofit boards. Philanthropy is a way of life for the Athas. They credit their families for instilling the values of giving back to the community and feel it is something you just do. They believe that by being intertwined with the texture and fabric of the community, people can have an impact. We all know that accepting this award is difficult for the Athas, as they will never seek any fanfare. As summarized in one of their many nominations, their humble and unassuming presence belies a commitment to the Valley. They do not ask for recognition. They just want to make the Yampa Valley a great place to live and to preserve the places and institutions that make our community special and unique. Russ and Carol, please come to the stage.
Recognition. We don't feel that we really deserve more than so many other people in the room here, and we're fortunate to have the time and resources to do the things we do. Thank you.
I have to say, Ron, I think you were telepathic with me or something. He already gave my speech, so I might as well sit down. But it really has been an honor to be part of this community, and we feel really blessed to have friends and people that we know like you. When we came to town in the early 70s, we didn't know each other at that time, but we found out later on that we had both kind of gotten to be involved in organizations within about, 6 months of arriving in town. And it wasn't so much for giving back to the community or doing the right thing, as Ron has so graciously said, but rather we kind of both found something that really interested us, and we wanted to know more about that organization or what they did, who was involved, things like that. This being in the time before the internet and Google search and website, we had to go do like footwork to find out who, what, when, where, why was all part of this organization. And that to us was the greatest gift that we ever got. We got to meet the most interesting and sometimes colorful people in Routt and Moffat County. And we got to meet people from different age groups, different social and economic groups, people that we would never have met in our early 20s social and work group. So we really feel fortunate to have had that. But we also have to thank all of the people that made these organizations happen, because it takes a lot of work and brain damage to set up a 501c3, right, Mark? He says, don't do it. Come to me. And the people that have taken the reins of those organizations and carried them forward. And also to the thousands, and I mean thousands of volunteers that work to make these organizations keep going. Without them, they're really the lifeblood of this of all these organizations. So we're just a little thread in a piece of fabric, and all of the rest of you and the thousands of volunteers are up with other threads in that fabric. And I think that together we have created a network that is supporting the whole of the Yampa Valley community and Routt and Moffat counties. So thank you, and thank you all very much for all you do.